So we've got David Crowley.
David Crowley. We better talk about him.
David Crowley, the fucking FEMA camp guy.
Well, he tried to make a movie about the FEMA camp. But
he was trying to. He tried.
Did he release it before he got dead?
I think he did release it, didn't he?
He didn't complete it. The movie has been released, but it's it's called an unedited version.
Did they release it like so you can watch it for free?
Yes. Yeah. I'll put a link to it on the page.
And so you're gonna put a link.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
You're gonna put a link
sorry.
to the full.
I was trying to get my right wheel on top of the carpet.
You're gonna put a link.
You're
gonna put a link to the full movie on Facebook, right?
Yes.
I didn't drop them. Whatever. Anyway, so the guy ended up dead, right? And they're calling it a possible suicide. It was gunshots to him, his wife, and his daughter, correct?
Yes.
And what makes it so suspicious in any way, shape, or form?
Well, the thing that's really rousing...
You gotta explain the fucking story, dude.
Well, it's a filmmaker that ended up dead. His daughter's dead. His fucking wife is dead. He's a filmmaker. He was making a movie about the police state. What makes it so suspicious, though?
Well, yeah, but let's set up the fucking story. What happened, Andrea?
Well, he was working on a movie, like the Earthling said, producing a movie that was fairly anti-government, anti-New World Order, kind of covered a broad spectrum of things that people in power may not want blown open, like RFID chips, the police state, the surveillance that's happening on private citizens for no reason, things like that. And then at Christmas, his family had not been seen for over a week, and some neighbors went over there and found their bodies all shot to death. Let me ask you this:
did he do anything else before this?
Hold on. So they found their bodies shot to death.
Yeah, and it was an apparent murder suicide, is what they're calling it. However, the people in charge of investigating have said that the circumstances were suspicious, but haven't gone into details as to exactly what they found suspicious about it. Probably because it's an ongoing investigation, and this happened fairly recently. So,
did he do anything film-wise before this?
Nothing notable.
What was his background before this? He was a military guy, right?
Yeah, he had served in Iraq and Afghanistan. In the military, he was a veteran.
What kind of fucking dude was he? Soldier, killer? What kind of fucking guy was he? Do you know?
I don't know. No, but a lot of people have said that something like this could have been. It can be explained away by saying he had PTSD or he had some kind of mental illness or.
How convenient that 87% of fucking returning vets have that. How
other
convenient to let all of them that go crazy be diagnosed with that.
Yeah, but on one hand, like you could make that argument, but it's just as easy to say, well, a lot of vets come back and freak out and kill themselves and others. And
right.
It does happen. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's an extremely high percentage of vets, but I think it does happen.
Yeah, they probably think they're just still over there and they try to kill their fucking neighbor and rape them.
I think the human brain isn't meant to fly halfway across the world and annihilate people with super technology, and then you got to deal with it.
That's the key word. Annihilate. Right. You're not hardwired to fly halfway across the world
blood
and
all over
annihilate
Iraqi children. You're not hardwired for that shit. Exactly.
Right.
You are hardwired to have massive psychological fucking trauma when you hear the screams of women and children. You are hardwired for that. So I mean, have fun with that, soldiers. Keep joining it up. Joining up the fucking
joining it
up. But you know what I'm talking about. We say all the time, man, we don't really like to come down on soldiers who try to do the right thing, but I mean, seriously,
what legitimate war is any person fighting that isn't a fucking moron?
What do you think you're doing over there? You got to be kind of stupid to fucking think you're fighting for freedom.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Yeah, honestly. So I mean, don't ask me to really respect you that much. But
I was just stationed in the in the Pacific, in the Indian Ocean, and that was pretty good.
An American hero.
Whoa!
Stationed in the Indian Ocean for 4 years and then came home and got a pension.
This man wanted free college, so we asked him to kill some gooks or Arabs, and he was happy to comply.
Sounds like a mofo.
Yeah, I mean, so fine. Sometimes, sometimes I'll respect you. Sometimes I just fucking won't.
So here's the other convenient excuse they're going with that might explain away why a person who was known to be in good mental health would murder people and then commit suicide. Is now they're trying to say that, he started using hard drugs and he was in some kind of drug psychosis, which drove him to murder his family.
From what I've heard, a lot of the people that go overseas are actually kind of given heroin and
kind of gay.
But the leader,
they're kind of gay.
No, but the leadership says don't do it, and you'll get in trouble for doing it. If you do these drugs, you'll be in trouble. But honestly, they actually want you to do those drugs, like heroin and just addictive things like that. That's how they do things over there.
Oh, yeah. No, if you talk to anybody in the military, like, where do you get drugs is from your higher-ups, usually. There's a guy who sells weed. There's a guy who sells coke. Yeah, I mean, and it's fucking expensive, too.
And then they're like, well,
they're
okay.
really bad.
No, well, tell these guys if they serve a year, we'll give them fucking 100 or 80 grand. But by the time they get out, they have already spent fucking 78 of it on fucking drugs.
I've heard stories of guys being overseas, and I've heard from guys that I knew, Yeah. I've heard stories of $50 bottles of Jack Daniels and $100 grams of weed.
Wow.
No, I'm not shitting you. Yeah.
No, probably not.
I hope they weren't shitting me, or else I'm shitting you. That's how it works. It rolls on down. But
everybody's trying to get fucked up everywhere and just fall in line with the people that dictate the program.
Do you want to check out this trailer of the movie this guy was working on?
Yeah.
Let's see what this whole thing was all about. And now, what's his name again?
David Crowley.
And he's dead, and his wife and child are dead. And basically, we're trying to figure out: did he kill them? Did he kill himself? Or is there something more to this? And we're gonna get deeper into this, right?
Yeah.
This is the trailer. This is the trailer. We got a guy waking up here. I was hoping there'd be more dialogue here. Got a guy waking up here, and it said it happened while we were all sleeping. It's a soldier. Is there dialogue in this trailer, or are we just gonna describe it? We don't really know.
I didn't watch it ahead of
Figured
time.
it'd be a little more exciting. Whatever. The movie's about what? The soldier fucking. I'm skipping ahead. Yeah.
Oh, it's about
FEMA camps, police brutality, electronic branding of citizens, downfall of the state.
This is a fictional movie. It looks like.
Yeah, it's a fictional movie.
When I'm skipping through this, because there's no dialogue, and it seems like everybody's got RFID chips. The soldier comes back. He doesn't remember what he's done. Kind of scenario,
Yeah.
Kind of classic.
Me and you have
dystopic.
talked about making this type of movie.
Yeah,
You're saying let's do it to where it's like realistic.
And it's got this. Got this music.
This is fiction, but it proves a big point because more people are willing to watch fiction
than they are real
life documentaries.
And this is exactly a lot of the scenes here. They're showing protests and they're showing.
It's completely dystopic.
happening. It's happening right now, though.
Right.
We're living in the dystopic future.
Right.
That was foreseen
And
by
this is
our sci-fi fathers.
And this
of
is
the
trying to
1940s
connect the
and
link
50s.
right here.
Yeah,
This is good. We thought about this and we were like, well, we'll probably go to prison though. And look what happened. Somebody else did it. Guess where they're going?
God damn. This
Well,
movie
he's
looks
dead.
Good.
He's not going to prison, but
No wonder they killed this guy, dude. This movie looks fucking good.
this movie looks fucking balls.
I'm not kidding you, dude. Oh, yeah. See, this tells it how it is. They're Nazi-style lining up Americans and executing them in this movie.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we're fucking fighting against.
Hell
this is
yeah.
exactly what people go, oh, it could never happen in America. Oh, really? But then all the same steps happen as have happened in other places, and one by one you go, no, but come on, we had to. No, we had to.
Mm-hmm.
The NDAA, we had to. The Patriot Act, we had to. We have to. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
That's a good trailer. I wish you guys could see it.
We shared it. We shared it on the page as well as a link to the full movie, the unedited version of the whole movie. So our listeners can go to our Facebook page and find both the trailer and the whole film if you want to watch the whole thing. I plan on watching the entire thing for sure.
That looks like a fucking awesome movie, honestly, and it looks like, just from the imagery I saw there, the guy agrees with our vision of where this fucking country is going, which is a very fucking scary place. But, again, he probably would also agree with the fact that if we can get out in front of this thing with a philosophical movement, it doesn't have to go there.
No, you know what?
But then again, we all pretty much think it's going to.
What this guy did, was he tried to take a fictional theatrical approach, which people are controlled by. The sounds were all right, the trailers were all right, and that's all it takes. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's our trick. That's our rule. That's what we do. You can't do that. Don't try it.
You're talking about Hollywood and
no, I'm talking about
big media.
You say Hollywood, I say hypnosis.
But I'm translating for you for the listener because you're just giving like a vague dialogue that you came up with in
absolutely.
Your head. So I'm saying, like, you're saying that's the message from big media is this is,
don't try our trick.
This is our stuff. We don't you don't get to the human psyche the way we do with your message.
Right.
That's our fucking territory.
And you saw he had the trailer.
And you're right, because that movie was like a classic movie style thing that makes you react. And he was using our message. He was using the fucking the freedom, individual liberty message and showing the dangers of a government running away with itself, you know.
Right.
So
it was good. It was good.
Is that the kind of thing you think? I mean, because now one thing you asked me earlier, why would he get assassinated and not somebody like Alex Jones or somebody like David Icke or one of these other big personalities in this movement against?
Because David Icke and Alex Jones don't use the tones that trigger hormones. This guy did in his trailer. Look, just watch the trailer. He did.
Yeah. So that's like your classic.
He was.
It invokes some emotion.
He was like what do you call those motherfuckers? He was like a I'm not sure what you
Jedi.
What do you call the people that believe in the mind control through tones and shit? This guy did it, just like Hollywood.
What you're talking about, but
Hollywood uses tones in horror movies, and they know that it makes certain hormones release to make you afraid. So they use these tones that you actually respond to. And this guy had a really good fucking trailer. It was all close-up faces to make nobody seem human, and it was tones to make you feel like how you're supposed to feel. I don't know what else to say to you about it than that.
No, I know what you
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. And typically, the movies that convey this kind of message don't have those qualities to where you're gonna go, this is entertaining, and I can sit down in a theater and watch.
Yeah,
this
right.
shit.
So when Alex Jones comes out with a documentary, it's Alex Jones paid the orchestra for an original score of, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
It's all clip art and bullshit.
Right.
And
no, but he pays like original scores, but they're not using the same tactics that the media employs to make you feel ways about watching things.
So you're saying, all right. So we covered that. So you're saying that's a reason to kill the guy, though.
If you understand that type of mind control, also, of course,
he's
got to
not
be done.
It's a perfect storm kind of for him because he's not famous yet. All right, he's also got a powerful message. He's credible. He's an ex-military guy, which for a lot of people that means a lot to them. To us, it means nothing.
Not to me, it means nothing.
Us, it means absolutely nothing. But to a lot of people, you see what I'm saying? For the establishment, they go, okay, here's an ex-military guy with this strong message. And this is dangerous. This could convert people. This could wake people up. So I kind of see why this guy gets killed. You know, I kind of see that it could be him. It could have been him posing a big threat to them. What do you think, Andrea?
I tend to agree with you. I think that he posed a big threat to the establishment. Yeah, absolutely.
If you're looking for motive and you always do, right? So
Right.
and this is if you consider it to be a crime, but has anything physical come forward?
I did just find a video here that Anonymous has surfaced that claims to have evidence that it was a murder and not a suicide, but I haven't had it's what the link I just sent to you.
Okay.
But I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know what they're alleging was the evidence. But
He's
this is fairly new.
Ma'am, this is the United States of America. He's a thought criminal. A thought criminal.
Should we hear what these guys say?
Yeah, let's see what it says.
Oh no, never mind. This is the trailer again. I think you just sent me basically.
No,
the
go.
video.
It's under
Thought
that.
criminal.
Oh, sorry.
It's called Evidence Suggests David Crowley of Gray State was murdered.
Oh, okay. Should we play a minute of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Should
should
we?
play more than I hope there's somebody
It's kind of
saying
long.
Previous video about the death of filmmaker David Crowley.
Go halfway
and
through
his
the video
family.
and play it from there.
There are a few updates I'd like to share with you, including the evidence that indicates this was a triple homicide, not a murder-suicide.
Whose
Also
whose video is this?
Uh,
Do me a favor.
Yes.
You go in this link, click on the YouTube icon, and find this guy's whoever uploaded this. Find his YouTube channel so we can give him credit as we're playing this.
okay.
All right.
About subversive individuals who are trying to exploit this tragedy, and we'll review some news articles as well as some audio clips, and I'll speak about what we can do to get justice in this matter. A recording has emerged of the Minnesota police actually finding the remains of the Crowleys. After encountering the family's very angry dog, which was supposedly in the house for weeks with the bodies, the police mentioned that the rear slider of the home is unlocked and slightly ajar. They're talking about the sliding door on the back of the house, that it was unlocked and open. Someone could easily have entered this home and left without leaving any overt signs of having broken in.
That was an extremely modest home they just showed. That was basically a little bit better than a trailer.
Basically,
Yeah.
like completely rural America, you're spending like 14 grand to own it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
it.
basic
That's
goddamn
the
house.
high. That's the highest of the high. We're talking about
Yeah.
a
Do you
one.
think do you think a house like that has any bugs in it? Baby?
No, I mean minimum. You're talking 7 grand to buy that place.
Nah, but do you think like maybe in the summertime there's some issues with like keeping it cool and you end up with like a lot of shit going on in that little fucking place or what?
The walls probably just turn into spiders.
That's just it.
During warm
No,
weather.
no, guaranteed.
It's one of those.
Th-
It's one of those.
this is
fucking
one of those
rural poor houses that's just awful.
Yeah, this is one of those
That's
places
what
where
they
like
just
two,
showed, like-
2 months
Snakes
out of the
get in.
year, 2 months out of the year, there's
Basically
like
where I live.
so many ladybugs that bite you that you didn't know that.
Yeah, the
ladybugs
mean
did that.
ladybugs. Yeah.
And there's like several thousand of them.
Spiders are all having turf wars.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's see what else.
Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office is already claiming that David Crowley shot his wife, Kamal, and their 5-year-old daughter in the head before shooting
Where's our
himself.
intern?
But given this evidence of a possible break-in, I think this case needs to be looked into much further.
Cool.
And a news release also said that the police investigation is continuing. Many family and friends of the Crowleys have come forth with questions, asserting that David could not have committed this heinous act. Jason Allen, a
Heinous.
producer based in Los Angeles, says that Crowley's words and actions when the two met in September and in an email Crowley sent him on December 17th seemed contradictory to a man who was about to kill his family and himself. Crowley had written to Allen that he was working 18-hour days to build his Gray State movie concept about government militarization into an empire. Allen said, quote, David had this consistency and this very steady way about him. In many ways it felt very contradictory to the actions of a murder-suicide. I truly saw an optimism to it, end quote. Crowley talked in a 2-page email to Allen about being, quote, almost completely abandoned by his original film partners and being, quote, at the end of a tunnel all alone. But, he said, quote, Gray State fans are growing at a rate of 100 to 200 per day, even now, and when I get started, I can only expect they'll keep coming, end quote. He told Allen in the email that in a few weeks he would release a documentary called Gray State The Rise, a, quote, manifesto on the Gray State model, as well as a few new trailers for a Gray State series. And
All right, so he's telling this guy all these fucking plans, and if you saw that movie, that was no small fucking shit. I mean, for an independent movie, that was fucking incredible looking.
Yeah.
That was great, man. And you know this stuff's going to start happening. Here's another angle on this. Do they want people to fucking know that you can make a movie that looks and sounds like that by yourself?
Right.
I mean,
No, but we should. We can.
we have the resources too, and we just don't do it. And that's but here's the thing: we have the resources to live really fucking well as a society, and we don't do that either.
Oh, everything's
and there's
real easy, and we're not
but there's
allowed to
people
do
that
it.
there's people that depend on us to not do it.
Yep.
And so if a guy goes out and does it, I mean, this is like when we were talking about last week. Every time a they'll call them like a mole society or underground homeless society sets up underground in a major city, they get torn up and taken out by cops because they don't want people to know they can do things on their own. They don't want you to exist without structure. Structure is control. Structure means a guy at the top influencing something, at least keeping some level of control. Without structure, just the randomness of a guy creating an incredible fucking theatrical piece, that's unspeakably threatening to the establishment. You know
That's
what
me
I mean?
clapping.
Thank you very much. But you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
That's unspeakably threatening to the establishment.
Yes.
It really is.
It really is.
All of these ways that we can get this stuff done on our own. They don't want you to
we
know.
can- no,
they don't want you
anybody
to
who
know.
takes any initiative is demonized.
Right.
You can't take any initiative to take care of any of the people around you because then they'll figure out that well they don't need us to take care of them.
Right.
That's what it is.
Oh, you don't need welfare if you can
No,
grow
you don't
if
need
you
it.
can grow food with your aunt in a big plot in the backyard instead of letting it just rot into fucking sun-caked nothing.
What we
you
need to
know?
do is just stop
if
taking
you stop
bullshit.
acting like an idiot and do for yourself some fucking good things, you know. They don't want you to know that you can.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
And here's another thing. They don't want you to know that you can start a fucking radio show like this and it doesn't matter. Millions of you could choose to listen to this. You could choose to listen to it,
But
and
only-
then will be important because of our talent and our ability to do this.
It's about realism.
They don't want you, but they don't want you to know that you can just do that, and that's what
We
we're
build
gonna do.
nothing that's not
But
already there.
yeah,
We're trying to say, hey, what the fuck? Listen to our fucking radio show. Give us fucking money and stop giving everybody else money, you prick.
right.
You
Prick.
piece of shit.
When we get some merchandise, you fucking toss us a couple of dollars. Come on, we'll get
Fuck
some
a
t-shirts.
merchandise.
Yeah, we'll get some
Sign over the
t-shirts.
deeds to your land
Just give us
to
stuff.
me.
Just give us things.
And then live there still and pay all the taxes on it. And then give me all the extra.
Guess what?
What?
We got so much leftover stuff this week. We're gonna have to do a Tuesday show
Yeah.
The Tuesday, the two.
because we already do it.
Tuesday evening overdose.
Oh God,
Bitch.
You guys, calm down. We gotta. So, because like we've already done a lot. We are gonna end the show soon, but there's a lot of shit that we had left prepared. So we're gonna have to get
Yeah.
to this before the Thursday show.
Because
So-
there's still a lot of stuff for
We're
the
adding
Thursday
another night
show,
this
too.
week. So, this right off the bat seems very fucking. I mean, yeah, there is always the remote chance. There's a guy. He's into all this shit. Also, he snaps one day. Nobody quite understands the human brain. That's a scary thing. This stuff does happen. It does happen that it's provable beyond a shadow of a doubt that the most unlikely person commits the most fucking unthinkable crime. It's happened plenty of times, yeah? So, it's all a bit of weirdness here, you know, but, you know, when you get into the fact that this guy's doing this Gray State movie, man, he was a fucking immense threat to the establishment. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean,
I think so,
Your
yeah.
gut has got to be on this that it's at least suspicious.
Definitely. I mean, if you're making something blatantly anti-government and your whole family dies, like, who wouldn't suspect something weird with that?
And then on top of that, if it wasn't actually that, who wouldn't fucking pay whoever owns this fucking footage $1 billion just for the publicity to put it out there? You see how it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's completely awesome and weird why wouldn't anybody pay anybody just to release it for their company? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, because regardless of the risk, they just want the money that bad.
Yeah, right.
Is that what you're
Why
saying?
is that not happening?
Yeah.
Regardless of the risk, there's plenty of mediocre companies that would say, "Hell, yo, I'll push that." Nobody, right?
Well, it must be getting out there somehow. I mean, it looks like there's some serious production behind that movie. I mean, it's not some simple.
This is all
fucking
news
shit.
articles, though. There's nothing else besides news
No,
articles.
the trailer we watched looks like there's some serious fucking production behind it.
Yeah.
No, guaranteed. Fuck yeah. Hey, you know what we should do? Let's start a movie. Let's get a loan on it, and let's change the contract to where everybody who doesn't watch it that exists in the world, we get $1 million. So
That seems fair.
Yes.
Who's gonna pay us the $1 million?
Sony. Well,
Whoever the contract
no,
is with.
dude, I got some North Korean friends. It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think I'm on board with that one.